Welcome to episode 156
The happy couple
of No Room for Phonies.
Oh, let's start over.
The happy couple of No Room for Phonies.
Start over again.
No, we don't have to start over. We're going to talk about
The happy
a book
couple
called The Happy Couple, 50 Ways to Love Better. And today we're just going to talk about 25 of the ways that they talk about in
Awesome.
there
And then we'll do the next 25.
at the end of the month.
I actually have read till about 20, so
Oh, that's pretty good.
yeah.
So their quote at the beginning is two imperfect souls embarking on their journey through the roller coaster of love.
That's a very fitting metaphor.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. And so the first one is to promise less, deliver more. Unfulfilled promises equals unhappy partners.
So just promise less.
Yeah. Well, quality trumps quantity when it comes to promises. Be realistic and think before you speak. Under promise and over deliver.
There you go.
And just be clear in your communication about things.
Because honesty and kindness in a world filled with empty promises, we need to be the exception rather than follow suit.
And little things actually make the biggest difference in building trust.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was reading in a discussion group online today, and somebody was saying that Jesus commanded, don't promise anything. Let your yes be yes, let your no be no.
Yeah.
But basically just follow through and have integrity.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's about being vain,
So,
empty promises.
Number
empty
2
promises.
is called ears wide open. To be a great listener, you need to make some space for your partner's thoughts and words. And set aside your inner monologue and listen with intent.
And stop finishing sentences that the other person starts.
Yeah, whatever. Hold the
Because that's what I do.
But this hold the intervention, just be a sounding board, empathize, be there, a shoulder to lean on, resisting the urge to fix everything.
That's hard to do sometimes.
Yeah.
Resolve your fights fast. We are all beautifully imperfect humans. Fights happen. The longer they stick around, the more trouble they brew. Be the first to break the ice and to shatter that ego-driven silence.
The longer you leave a fight, the more it sets in. So fast track to resolution. Initiate the conversation. Be brave and defuse the bomb before it detonates. And then they talk about things like active listening and acknowledging feelings and showing understanding.
Apologizing when you need to and finding common ground.
Value your relationship more than your ego. And that's a really good one.
The Goddards? No, not the Goddards. That other book that we've read. Gottman's.
Yeah.
They talk about when there's a fight, being the first person to come up and say, I don't really want to fight.
Yeah. Right.
And then take the conversation from there.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or put your foreheads together and then you can't fight you because you're laughing too hard. Playful banter is number 4. Public leg pulling can lead to misunderstandings and hurt feelings and unwanted discomfort. I agree with that.
Yeah. So leave the sarcasm and the poking at each other in public out. That's a no-no.
And so that is about setting boundaries. What's okay in private may not be okay in public. Having fun, respecting the comfort of those around you too. We've been in those awkward situations.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then there's the not everybody gets a dry sense of humor or sarcasm,
right.
So they being sensitive that way.
And laughing together is a lot different than laughing at each other. And playful banter and leg pulling can be a beautiful aspect of your relationship, but it's essential to navigate it with care, especially when you're around other people.
Mm-hmm. Invest in us time. So the secret sauce that keeps the spark alive is to plan us moments.
Like date nights and switching off the TV and being spontaneous and creating some traditions. And they talk about us time as the oxygen that keeps your love alive.
And 6 is about keeping the spark alive. So being romantic, getting dressed up, lighting candles, turning off technology.
And take turns planning things, mix it up, and share some of your thoughts and dreams of things that you would like to do.
Mm-hmm. And the 7th is to express but not suppress emotions and feelings.
Verbal communication has a special place in people's hearts. Don't be afraid to go first. Take the plunge, especially when you are facing challenges. And then they talk about attachment styles as number 8. So the 4 love languages. But before they talk about that, they talk about secure attachment, which is the comfort zone, trust, effective communication, independence, and togetherness.
Then there's the anxious attachment. This is the love seeker in constant need for reassurance, afraid of abandonment, and high emotional reactivity.
Avoidant attachment is the independent explorer, desire for independence, difficulty with emotional intimacy, and self-reliance.
And then there's the fearful attachment style. This is the roller coaster ride of seeking love and fearing rejection, being unpredictable, and emotions alternating back and forth, and just lots of intense emotions.
So I think it's
if
important.
You have like 2 of those, like if you have the avoidant attachment with the anxious attachment, if that's a couple, then you're going to have lots of problems, because one's going to be pulling away and the other's going to be.
And I think we have to recognize that about ourselves and get help.
Right.
To me, this is the one where I'm like, oh my gosh, if that's what's happening in your marriage, you better get
therapy. Yeah. And I think, we're pretty much in the secure attachment, but we might slide into some of the
I think
other
that's what they're saying.
Areas of weakness at once in a while.
If you're going through something and all of a sudden you're feeling a certain way.
Yeah. But we also have done a lot of work on ourselves as well. Number 9 is claim your territory. Respect personal space. Boundaries matter, so talk about them.
Schedule me time like a non-negotiable appointment. Respect the red flags. Allow for do not disturb signs for your soul. Share the recharge. Refuel and bring energy back to the relationship. Personal space is about enriching your relationship. Joy isn't just about making each other happy all the time. It's about finding joy within yourselves and sharing that joy with others. So,
and for couples where one is a extreme introvert and the other is a extrovert or more or higher extrovert, I think it's harder for the extrovert to give that space for the introvert. But then also the introvert needs to not just disappear.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like there's the other.
Gratitude bombs are shower each other with appreciation. We thrive on it and it builds confidence. Catch them in the act. It's almost they're talking about kids here, but it's appreciating all aspects of your partner, saying you're proud of them, surprising your partner with some kind of random appreciation. I see you, I cherish you, I'm thankful for you.
Yeah. Recognizing the little things that they do when you're not together and together too as well. So, and number 11 is Bedroom Chronicles.
But it talks about that open and honest conversation about your desires and your fantasies and asking questions.
And listening actively about the other person's preferences and dislikes and try new things.
And keeping that spark alive with variety and experimentation. Intimacy is really an art of exploration, so embrace the journey with curiosity, respect, and the understanding that it's different for everyone.
And for those of you who, like us, were raised in purity culture, this is one of the hardest things to start in marriage, because there's a lot of hang-ups that both individuals in the couple have because of all of the shame that purity culture put in their heads.
And that you don't talk about it.
Yeah. Then there's the cool off zone.
Timeouts are your BFF. And so, you can use a prearranged code word. It's cool when you cool down.
So that's like when you're in the middle of a fight, you can just say that word.
And then everybody knows.
Yeah, there's a timeout. So you can cool down and do something that relaxes you, reflect and figure out what's truly bothering, revisit the issue when you feel calmer, and then you can regroup and resolve together to work things more constructively.
And make sure discussions are productive, not destructive, and use it wisely. Like you can't just because you're
cool off.
I gotta go now.
I need to be in my me space.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Friends with benefits. Treat each other like friends. Bring the spirit of fun, sharing, and heartwarming moments into your relationship. So that's similar to, the other one where you have to be authentic and embrace your true self and be friends. Like enjoy being together.
Well, and just think of yourself with a friend who isn't a spouse, and think of what you do with that person. Like be quirky, tell jokes, listen, be authentic.
And then there's the language of love, words and phrases that light up hearts, time,
undivided
acts of
attention,
service, physical touch, and gifts are the love language.
Of the 5 love languages, yeah.
And
so discover what your love languages are and your partner's, and speak the right love language to your partner. And if it's not one of your strengths, you do need to practice and adapt and open the key to your partner's heart. And usually, according to that book, people have 2 dominant love languages, and then 2 that are in the middle, and then 1 that's kind of weak. Yeah. And that's the one often that the partner has.
Yes, of course.
The opposites attract.
So feedback, number 15 is feedback that feels good. Gently express your concerns and what irks you, because open dialogue does create change. And be gentle and create a safe space with patience, and pick the right time and use
yeah, not you make me feel like this, is I feel like this, or I think.
Specific.
Yeah. Offer solutions and listen actively.
And communication is the bridge that connects hearts and the glue that keeps relationships together. So the important thing is to find common ground and search and find a loving space for growth and understanding. The other book that I'm reading right now, called The Road Less Traveled, talks about love. If I love someone, then I care enough about them to want them to grow. So
16, trust is a must, and trust is about the rock solid bonding of the values you hold, a deep understanding that forms the foundation of your relationship. And when you're single and growing up, you form your moral compass, and you kind of set your course on some of your values. And then as you become a couple, then those values need to merge together.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
You're not going to automatically share a lot of the same ones. And
so they talk about different kinds of trusts, like reliability trust is the one where you keep your promises, you're dependable, and you follow through.
Emotional trust, where you share emotions openly and you're vulnerable.
And then honest trust is when you're truthful and transparent and open.
And then it's important to value trust, where you have trust around common values and beliefs, and you have a shared compass.
Yeah, so honesty is always the best policy, and consistency and follow through matter. The same, the active listening, the openly discussing of what your values and beliefs are, and the understanding of each other's principles, and empathy and understanding during tough times.
And I would say honesty is the best policy, yes, but not like when you're just abusively dumping something on somebody.
No, and I think in these times when people are divided about things, especially I would say in the States, like that kind of respecting each other's, and even if you disagree about something surface, you have the same values underneath, and you talk about them. So they talk about trust as the invisible thread that weaves your love together. We may mess up in between, but that's okay. We have to learn to forgive and communicate, and then bring everything back. Bring back the trust. And then forgiveness is actually the reset button for trust.
17 is to create and share a safe space and have a warm heart for your partner.
You need to pour your heart out and know that you'll find understanding and empathy and love. And that whole idea of listening wholeheartedly, being present in the moment.
Not having judgments. Just having so that your partner can share without being afraid of being criticized.
Yeah, and not share your feelings, empathies, no secrets. So true, authentic self, solace, connection.
So your relationship should be this kind of a safe space.
Because you are each other's safe harbor when things get rough. So celebrating milestones is important. Recognize the journey, acknowledge small victories, recognize your goals, shine a spotlight on your accomplishments.
Cherish the journey, reflect and appreciate each other, and plan mini celebrations. Acknowledge each other and create a milestone journal.
Journey, well,
Your love story is a journey.
it is, but I don't think we'll be creating a milestone
That's
journey.
not us.
No.
We have photos.
Yeah, we do.
There you go.
We're healthier together, and this is the idea of taking care of each other's health, having a healthy lifestyle, cooking together, being calorie conscious and setting goals and being flexible and accountable.
Experiencing more, exploring together, and enjoying every moment to the fullest, and make fitness a fun and shared activity.
They suggest number 20, a mystery date night. What is the point of all the hard work if you don't cherish those precious moments with your life partner? Weave the tapestry of your shared life.
So, I mean, I read that part. Basically, it's just to plan something and surprise your partner
Yes.
for the date. What
Yeah.
it is. Happy me, instead of that sign that
Happy
says
wife,
happy wife,
life.
happy life, how about happy me, happy we? So take care of your individual happiness. You need a sense of contentment, positivity, and joy, and get therapy if you need it.
Yeah, and this goes back to the whole time of having your own passions and hobbies and self-care rituals and personal growth goals and embracing joy and support and encourage happy individuals come together to make a joyful we.
22, very important, and we've had several episodes about this. So we've done several episodes around finances. So this is point 22, is to be budget buddies.
So it's about open, honest, respectful conversations about money, finding common financial goals, having a budget, talking about money regularly, assigning financial duties, and building an emergency fund.
And
So-
budget for some fun things as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, you can go back and listen to, within our last 10 episodes, we've done 2 on finances. 23, seek help when needed. Sometimes you do need a third party listener.
And so therapy should be normalized, and respecting personal space. Let each, like if people need to find their personal growth separately, offer support, choosing the right therapist, commit to the process, be open-minded, and because seeking help is a sign of maturity and strength.
Avoid comparisons and just love each other. So appreciate the uniqueness of your person and of your love story together.
And I also like this comes up for me when people start saying, oh, you should travel and you should do this and you should do that. You can have your own
Unique
personal love story that suits you, and you don't have to explain that to other people.
No, exactly. Count the positives.
It's
What?
so funny because the next one is travel and explore. Well, be open and honest and respectful and sharing and all that stuff. And small moments do matter. It's not always about grand gestures.
Right.
And then the next one, but it isn't
Travel and
necessarily
explore. Break
about,
the routine.
it's not necessarily about big, expensive travel. Right? It's about breaking your routine.
Well, yesterday
sometime.
we went for a walk and we just stopped at that cafe for a decaf. And we haven't done that before. So
and it's about trying new foods and meeting new people, just thrift for clothes.
Embrace
we
adventure.
went climbing not that long ago.
Wall climbing. You did up to 50 feet.
Disconnect.
I only did 30.
That's all right, because life is too short to be ordinary.
There you
But
go.
that doesn't mean that you have to spend tons of money or travel.
No, there's lots of other ways.
I think
to
there's
be
a lot of pressure
out
on
of the
people to
ordinary.
do that now.
Well, right now the culture is experiences.
And I think it came out of COVID to some degree because you couldn't. And now I just think it's gotten to the point where it's like, if you don't, what's wrong with you kind of a thing. So anyway, that's the first 25. So on March 30th, we'll do the 26 to 50.
All right.
So
Part 2 of The Happy Couple.
So thanks for joining us on No Room for Phonies, and try a few of 1 to 25 and see what happens.
And let us know in the comments on YouTube or on the blog.
Thanks for joining us for No Room for Phonies.
Good night.